The US market fell 1/3% last night, but there was one big mover. Reddit, the 18-year-old news aggregator and social forum network, which listed last week for the first time at $34 a share and closed last night at just under $60, a rise of 30% on the day. In other social media news, Donald Trump has agreed to list his Truth Social on the New York Stock Exchange by selling it to what they call a blank cheque company, that is a listed bucket of cash waiting to buy something. Now, this is a graph of monthly mobile phone visits to Truth Social, which have roughly halved in 12 months. Nevertheless, Donald Trump is due to get a windfall gain of $3 billion from the deal, which will help with lawyers' invoices and court bonds, of course, although he can't get his hands on the money for 6 months. And the worst news for Easter is that the hot cocoa price is showing no signs of cooling. Last night it jumped another 7.9%, and cocoa now costs quite a lot more than copper. Here's another graph of the price of cocoa, and it really is something, isn't it? Whenever you see something go vertical upwards like that, it's usually the precursor to it going vertical downwards. We can only hope, if only for the sake of the Easter bunny. The local share market followed the US market down, with falls by banks and miners, rises by gas companies and retailers. Premier Investments jumped 4.5% on news that it's going to put Smiggle and Peter Alexander into separate listed companies. And finally, the Aussie dollar continued to move higher, 1/15 at a time. And that's finance.